What if Mufasa had a will? What if Darth Vader had a trust? And what exactly did Harry Potter's parents leave behind? If you've ever wondered about the legacy lessons hiding inside your favorite movies, welcome to 82 Toothpicks. I'm Ethan. I'm joined by Thad and the Ambers. We believe every movie is an estate planning movie. You just have to know where to look. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's talk about the movie.
All right, welcome to the podcast, everybody. I am excited once again to get back into my favorite genre, which is late 90s dramas. I never thought I would say that, but it's slowly becoming.
Kind of have a type.
I do, and this movie fits the type. Amber, what are we watching?
We watched Castaway.
Castaway.
Which was, I looked up the year. Was that year 2000?
It was released in
a
2000.
Y2K
Yep.
movie?
Most of the movie's based in 95.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, it's definitely in that range.
Uh-huh.
Is it appropriate to call it a classic?
I think so because I've never seen it, but I've heard it brought up so many times.
Okay.
It's one of those I remember, like, this was a big deal. Everyone was watching it. Everybody was talking about it when it came out. I would have been a freshman in high school in 2000. And yeah, I remember the hype around it. It's not a classic like I think I hear people talking about, like, oh, I rewatch this one all
Like
the
The
time. I
Godfather
go
or
back
something
to
like
it.
Yeah, Wizard of Oz.
Kind of thing.
Okay.
But it definitely made moves when it came out.
For sure. So I'd seen this one. You remember seeing this one? You had never seen this one, is that
Never,
right?
and never even seen like clips of it or
Really?
anything. Yeah, like sometimes I have a vague idea of what the movie is before we go into it for the podcast, but I had no idea.
Okay. Coming off
Interesting.
fresh eyes, then what was the movie about?
It's Tom Hanks, and he plays a character named Chuck, and he works for FedEx, and I don't know what his role is, but he's important enough to be like paged and flown out on planes to go like sort packages in wherever countries, even like wherever they need him to go. He's really good at it, very dedicated to it, loves his job. So it shows him doing that kind of at the beginning, and then they fly him out on Christmas Eve, was it?
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. And he's in a small plane, and they hit a storm, and they go about an hour out of their way to try to fly around the storm and wind up getting not shipwrecked. He's in a plane. Crashed. They crash into the ocean. And he is the only one of his crew that survives, and he winds up washed up on this random island. So he is cast away on this island.
Okay.
And by himself. Do I want to say the whole synopsis?
I mean,
Yeah.
Sure. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Okay. He's there by himself. His only friend is a volleyball that he names Wilson,
Yep.
which is epic.
Okay.
It shows kind of like his first weeks there, and then it just cuts and it says 4 years later, and he is still on this island. And I about lost my mind. I'm like, how is this man still alive on this island? It's crazy. And then one day, was it a porta potty?
Yeah.
Like,
I think
half
so.
of a porta potty washes up, if that makes sense, like two sides of it. He's like, this could be a sail. So then he makes a boat, and then he breaks through those barrier waves that kind of surround the island, and eventually gets rescued by a cargo ship. And then he comes back home, and for 4 years he was motivated by his old girlfriend Kelly, so he comes back home to go find her.
Just the sadness
So
in your voice.
sad.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm looking up. It didn't win any Academy Awards.
What?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it did.
Isn't that bizarre?
It was
look,
nominated for some.
nominated for
wasn't
quite a few.
it? Yeah.
But
I remember that. It got beat out by...
By what? By whom?
okay, look, listen to this lineup. I just looked this up. This is the 2001 Oscars. Okay. Best Picture. Winner was Gladiator, which,
Oh.
yep.
Sure. Yep.
But it went
Okay.
against Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
Yep.
Aaron Brockovich, and
Oh.
Traffic.
Okay. So
That
I mean,
lineup that year.
that was a list of bangers right there.
My gosh.
Uh-huh.
Oof. Yeah. It was nominated for Best Actor, but Russell Crowe won for Gladiator, which again makes sense. Yeah. Wow. What a lineup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you get those that you get a movie that should have won,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just too many movies that should have won that year, and then you get another year that you get like, why did this movie win an Oscar? And it's because nothing good
Like
came out this
2023.
year, and we had to pick something.
Oh,
Right? One of my favorite musicals is Bright Star, which nobody has heard of.
Nope.
Because it came out the same year as Hamilton.
A lot of people have heard of that one.
Yep. So you get those.
That just happens.
You get that in movies. You get that in theater. That
Hamilton
you get something
absolutely
really
crushed.
awesome, and
Yeah.
then it doesn't make it out because
Yeah.
there's too many other good things happening.
By this point, longtime listeners of 82 Toothpicks will realize that we are missing Ethan in this one.
Yeah.
He's traveling for work.
Yep.
But of all the weeks to travel for work, we kind of have noticed this theme about Ethan's taste in movies. And I think I'm confident in saying he does not love character-driven films.
No, that's
He
probably
prefers
fair.
plot-based
Yep.
films.
Yep.
Yeah.
This movie might be the most character-driven film we've seen so far.
Yes.
Amber, that was a great synopsis. But the point is, a guy gets lost. That's the plot,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
If
okay.
you are following the plot,
Yeah.
nothing happens in this movie. Like, you could tell the
Yep.
story of this movie and you're sighing because
I
everything
disagree.
happens in this movie.
Yeah.
I agree
but-
too. Yep.
From a plot driven standpoint, it is very slow moving
Mhm.
from a plot standpoint.
Do you know if Ethan's seen this one?
Yeah, because
Does
I
he like
watched
it?
it with him the first time. I don't think he hated it, but also we never watched it again since that first time.
Never brought it up.
And I fell asleep partway through, so I had not seen the whole thing until
I remember as we were kind of setting the schedule and looking ahead, we knew he was going to be gone this week, and he was not upset that this was the movie we were doing,
No.
right?
Yep.
He plays things close to the vest, but at the same time, it was
Yeah.
not like, now we should do a different movie that week because I want to be on that podcast.
Right.
Which is fair. I mean, it fits his persona, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man. This is going to be a weird question, but we always get into our favorite characters.
Oh, gee. Lots to choose
90%
from.
of this movie is a
Is
single
a guy
character.
alone.
Plus Wilson.
Yeah. Is Wilson a
Wilson
character?
is his. I think so. I think Wilson has to be a character.
Yeah.
Wilson is his volleyball. Okay, the
Yep.
people need to know. He
Yeah.
cuts his hand, right?
Yep.
And in a fit of rage, okay, hold on, back up. The volleyball was in one of the FedEx packages that went
Yep.
down with the plane and washed up on the island.
Mhm.
He opens those eventually, and Wilson was one of them. And when he cuts his hand, he gets angry and picks up the volleyball and chucks it. And then later he goes back to it, and like the blood stain on his hand kind of looks like hair with his fingers. And then he makes a face, kind of where the palm of his hand was. And then eventually he stuffs like twigs in it to give it hair.
As his hair gets longer, Wilson's hair
Yes.
gets longer. Yes.
Yeah. I think Wilson is a character.
Interesting. What do you think, Amber? Do you think he's a character? He, like, I'm
He
personifying
did.
it. Yeah.
I think it definitely takes the place of one
Uh-huh.
in this movie. It almost has like the feel of, I'm going to say, the animal sidekick or the droid sidekick, or you get Pascal entangled who can't talk but is just there and they have
Okay.
dialogue with him, or you get like R2D2 will beep and whistle back at you, but he's not dialoguing in
But
the
those are,
movie.
like,
or
Responses, and Wilson
yeah,
has no
and Wilson
response.
doesn't even respond, but it feels like he's responding the way that
I mean,
I don't
Chuck
know.
talks to him.
he does.
So when we did Narnia, one of the I don't know what to call this, characters, but not a character. All the characters say, "Be careful who you talk to because the trees are listening and they are going to report back." Right
Mhm.
now, we don't hear from the trees. We don't see a named tree at any point, but the characters do things based on the actions of the inanimate objects.
Uh-huh.
Right, like these
Okay,
things.
Yep.
In the fantasy world, they can have actions. They can communicate. Right. Lord of the Rings has those too. Right. These
Yep.
trees that. Wilson doesn't do that, but Wilson has a name, and Chuck makes decisions based on Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
more than once throughout the movies.
Yeah.
He does things that are harmful to his personal character for the benefit of this thing that is not a person, but could be a character, right?
Yeah. Like when he builds his raft
Mm-hmm.
and starts floating away, right? He has Wilson like tied onto the raft, and at one point Wilson like just slips out of the rope and starts drifting away, and he jumps off the raft and is swimming after that volleyball, trying to tug his raft so he doesn't lose that. And
Yep.
and then Wilson floats away, and I was so sad.
Isn't that nuts? The response we had to that character
Yeah.
not dying, it was never
Yeah.
alive. But Hanks does an incredible job of connecting emotionally
Yeah.
to this character, non-character thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's just 4 years, and that's the only thing that he had with
Yeah.
him, and he took such care to like tie Wilson to the raft and make sure he got home safely along with him, like, and then he loses him.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about, do you have like a stuffed animal as a kid that went everywhere?
Oh,
or any of
Did
your
I have a
siblings,
stuffed
or,
animal? I had a
I mean,
cow,
you are
and it was named
absolutely
Cowie.
the type of person I would expect to have that. Like, this is my thing.
Yeah,
Um.
that was my Cowie.
Yeah. Is that like kind of a close? Like, my kids had
Mhm.
things that
Yep.
I have an attachment to, just because that they were such a real part of my kids'
Yeah.
lives.
Mhm.
My oldest Jason had a rhinoceros that lives in the back of my bedroom closet because I can't get rid of the dang thing, and it is so worn out, and he hasn't touched it in a decade.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But you're attached to it.
Yeah, completely.
When my son was born, my mom gave him a stuffed lion. It's the character Simba from Lion King. I don't remember any interactions with this thing, but it was so important to my mom to hold on to it and give it to my kid. Right?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yep.
Again,
Yeah.
it doesn't make decisions. Every part of that character is in our mind,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah.
it had influence,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is wild.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so is Wilson your favorite character? Is that what you
Yes.
said? You're just gonna yes.
Well, I mean,
Double
I'm
down
gonna
obviously,
name it
on-
and claim it.
Tom
This is
Hanks
a character.
does
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Right? This, I mean,
Yep.
he
Yeah.
made the movie
Yep.
the perfect choice for a character who plays 90% of the movie by himself, right?
Yep.
Like, incredible. But I think Wilson is so influential,
Yep.
and that without Wilson, he would have gone crazy.
Right.
I think he's so important that I have to choose him.
One of my favorite scenes is when they're sitting in the cave and Chuck addresses this whole concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Of course I have to get off the island because I'm not going to spend the rest of my life talking to a volleyball,"
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
So he has this weird dilemma of I'm going to make decisions based on my love for this character, also recognizing it's not a character.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's amazing.
You love this stuff,
I
don't
love
you?
this stuff.
yeah.
This is what I live for, right? Because it's philosophy, right?
Yeah.
What is? Do I exist? What else exists? What's in my mind? What's
Mhm.
not in my mind? What is truth, right?
This is one of the most existential movies I've watched
Yep.
in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see him like drawing pictures on the cave walls too, just like trying to get some sort of connection to like even just like human faces.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why I think he drew a face on Wilson. Like he needs something to address and talk to.
Well,
Yeah.
Chuck is such a people character,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the opening scene is he does not speak the same language as these people, but he was a charismatic leader for them. He was
Uh-huh.
galvanizing them
Yep.
the whole time.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
he realizes one of his coworkers going through something traumatic. His wife has breast cancer, right? Like they're going through that, and he is just every person he comes in contact, he is reaching out to, and then his nightmare scenario is he's by himself.
Yeah.
So he creates
Mm-hmm.
things around him.
Mm-hmm.
Even the tree stump that looked like a person,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That is it. My best guess is that is him trying to humanize things because
Yeah.
there were no other humans.
Oh.
Favorite character, Amber? Is that a dumb question for this?
No, I don't think it is, because I mean, there's characters, so you can
Yep.
have. The interesting part of this movie, for me
Mhm.
is because it is so character driven and so much based around the experience of Chuck.
Mhm.
And Chuck was not a compelling character to me.
Okay.
He didn't like. I didn't feel for him in particular.
Sure.
I did feel for Kelly.
I was going to ask about Kelly next.
Probably she would be my favorite character because she was the one that, like, I felt her emotions. I didn't feel with Chuck as much.
Sure. Okay,
So-
let's dive into Kelly. You're both married women.
Yes.
Yes.
If
If
I hate this question.
if you thought your husbands died in plane crashes and then found out later they were alive, would you be as confused as Kelly?
Yeah. I mean,
She started a whole new life.
yes. Grief is such a difficult process anyway.
Uh-huh.
I have a couple friends who have lost husbands, and watching people go through that, there's no way to go through that kind of loss and not be completely changed, right? For me at this point, I've been married 21 years. I'm not getting to the point of moving on in 4 years.
No.
Like there's no way
Sure.
I am there. So, but you still would create a completely different life, even if it wasn't the romantic part of your life. You would have to rebuild something that did not include this person. Yeah. That whole thought is
It's wild.
yes. And then to have them come back probably at the point that you're finally past it enough to feel some closure
Yeah.
is
It would wreck you.
yeah.
Ugh.
Yes.
I hate this question.
You should. That makes it a good question.
Ugh. Because I'm torn between like waiting because I feel like he'll come back or moving on because I feel like that's what he'd want for me. You know? So I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's different because in the movie they weren't married, right? He was going to propose.
Yeah, they were dating.
They were dating, and on Christmas Eve he gave her the ring in a box and he said, "Don't open this till I come back on New Year's Eve." Right? So he never officially proposed, but they were dating. So that is a little different. But yeah, the question is like, how long do you, and she said like she was trying to keep up hope and be like, yeah, he's alive. And everyone was telling her to move on and to let it go for her sake. So then she was listening to them, but inwardly she knew that he would come back.
Yeah.
And I don't think she really, truly, deeply loved her new husband.
I think like something like lost at sea and the body was never recovered would be a way, way harder thing to get past and get over because most of the time you're thinking like, my husband died. I saw the body. Like there is no coming back from this.
Yep.
When there's not that punctuation mark of I know for sure.
Yeah.
To give up on that or to change your direction or to grieve in any sort of normal sense without having that hope come back and cycle you back into it all the time, I think would be really, really difficult.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the movie, Chuck is talking to his coworker and he says, "I know I wasn't with Kelly the last few years, but she was with me every day." Right?
Yeah.
He keeps the picture out of the family heirloom. We're going to talk about that, of course.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. 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 So
Stupid
she
movie.
definitely was the character I felt with the most.
sure. Trista was yelling at the TV when they kissed at the end. She's like, "She is married." I was like, "Trista, you don't get it."
She was mad at Kelly?
Yeah. She's married and had a kid. And she sees this guy that she used to date.
Yeah.
And she throws away her marriage. Yeah. Isn't
Yeah,
that?
But I was
but-
gonna say, but does
Yeah,
she throw it
but-
away? I think as her husband, I am like totally forgiving whatever
Sure.
needed to happen that night to get her through this.
Mm.
Right?
What'd we think of Dr. Spaulding's associate saying Kelly couldn't make it today?
Yeah, lying fool.
What would you do?
Okay, because
Right.
he looked outside and he saw that new husband like pushing Kelly into the car because she wanted to go see Chuck,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't let her
Yeah.
because he's scared she's gonna fall in love with him and leave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he's that scared, then he's a loser.
Sure. All right.
There is some of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That.
that he was uncertain enough in their relationship to be like, oh, she might go back to this guy.
Yeah.
He's a self-centered loser. I don't like
He's
him.
a self-centered loser.
He should let Kelly go see Chuck.
My wife is going through a traumatic experience right now, and seeing this person might bring up some PTSD. Maybe I want to protect her a little bit. Out of love, he set a boundary, said, hey, she's not in a good spot right now to see you. Maybe another time.
But he's making that choice for her. She wanted to see him.
Speaking of making choices for other people,
Uh-huh.
What?
we definitely can bring that up at the end of the show.
Okay. I just wish Chuck never looked outside and never saw that interaction with
Yeah.
Kelly and her husband.
Yeah.
That would have been so much more peaceful.
Yeah.
Also, okay, here's another thing. The audacity of the people to throw him a welcome home party and serve crab and fish.
Sushi. Yeah.
Can we talk about that? That's
that
all
was
he's been
really
eating.
funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, get this man a juicy, greasy burger from Culver's. Like, please.
When he picks up the lighter and just clicks it.
Clicks it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots to unpack in this
What
one.
else?
Who's your favorite character?
Yeah, why
Thad?
we do that?
It's the main character. It's the obvious one, right?
Yeah.
I knew it would have to be, but
there
we've
is
hardly
nobody-
talked about him yet. So
There's nobody outside of Chuck. I related to Chuck so hard the whole time, right?
Yeah.
When things would happen to him on the island, the frustrations he felt, the joys he felt with certain things, I could see myself so much in that, right? When he starts singing to the bonfire, when he finally got it lit, that's what I would do if I,
I
had
was
been trying. right?
laughing out loud at that because
Yeah.
I'm like, he deserves to be goofy about
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
When he takes the first life raft out on the ocean and gets hit wave after wave, and it's just like, this might be my only chance. He's only been there a week, and like I would feel that defeat. Like,
And then he slices his leg.
mhm.
Yeah.
The depression he feels on the island. I'm sure I would get there if I was pushed to that. I don't think it would take me 3 years, right?
Yeah.
I think it would take a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I admire his resolve, but I could feel his feelings in this one. Maybe more than any other movie up to this point.
Yeah.
mhm.
Which is interesting that you, Amber, said that you didn't connect with Chuck at all.
yeah,
Mhm.
Because
I
I'm with
really-
Thad. Like, I was like, oh, yeah. Like, the whole time I was just thinking about what he was feeling.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know what it was, but
Huh.
he was not a compelling character to me,
Really?
which honestly made the movie a little bit hard to watch
Mm.
because
That's
if
why
you're
you fall
not
asleep.
feeling with him or caring deeply about what he's going through,
Yep.
Right,
Yeah.
then it's just a very slow moving
Yeah.
movie. And I know cognitively there's a lot there. There's a lot to process. There's a lot to talk about. But it's more fun to sit here and talk about it than it was to watch it for me. So
Pretty early when he hits the island, the FedEx packages start washing up on shore,
Yeah.
and he goes up and down the beach collecting them,
And then
and
he
then
sorts
he
them.
sorts them.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that dude is reverting back to what he knows and does best, even in the most extreme circumstance.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I would do too. So seeing him do that and them put it on film was so connecting for me.
Mhm. And he doesn't. It takes him a while to open them too. Like he
Yeah.
couldn't stand open them. And then there's one he saves the whole
The
movie,
whole movie.
takes it back home with him, and delivers it to that person's house
Yep.
at the very end. Oh, but I was thinking like I would have opened those right away.
Really.
I would not have
Oh,
sorted
yeah.
them. I would not have
That
cared.
dude has dedicated his life
Yeah.
to other people's privacy.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I'm like logically.
but
they're-
he
they're
found
not
so
gonna
many
get these.
things that helped him.
I know.
Like the resourcefulness in me is like, you have this whole stack of resources sitting here.
Yeah.
Just dig
I'm
into
glad
it.
he did open
But-
them eventually.
Yeah, I get the, like, he has a different level of respect for
Yeah.
that, and that being his life's work and his.
Oh, the packages, though. Like, the VHS tapes.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Completely useless. Found a use for them, right? But he's opening them. Like, I need water. And
You've
somebody
gotta be
mailed these.
Yeah.
Kidding me.
And then he opens a divorce decree.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know if I'm ever going to see my fiance again. And these people just sent this over the mail. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Internationally.
hmm ice skates on a tropical island.
Yeah.
Makes use for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the card from the grandpa to the grandson
Yeah.
said the most beautiful part of the world is the world itself. And he's sitting in the middle of the ocean on an island.
And he's like, this is
Just like, this is gonna
stupid
kill
card.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much of this movie is taking normal, mundane, everyday things in life and saying, what if,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, how would you view this if you weren't around anymore? Like, what are the things we think are important? And what happens if they're just not?
Mm-hmm.
You survive, right?
Yep.
You make do, but the important things become, who are you connected to?
Yeah.
The important things become, how do I survive, right?
Yeah.
The car is kind of a big deal in the movie. You
Right.
kept our car.
Right.
It's not my car, it's your car, right?
Yeah.
See, she was never over him. If she was, she would have sold that car.
The pocket knife on the keychain,
Uh-huh.
right? Like, he could not open a coconut because he didn't have anything sharp enough. And then she hands him the keys to a car, which is an amazing invention, right? It's a
It's got
vehicle
a
that he
pocket
could get.
knife.
The pocket
Yeah.
knife was the thing that he just, like, immediately, it's like,
Yeah.
if I had one of these, my life would have been so much easier.
Even like he has that toothache at the beginning, right? He mentions that.
I can watch that scene.
I couldn't either.
No.
I closed my eyes and I went la 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 the whole time. And I said, Luke, tell me when it's over.
Yep.
That was so
That,
gross and terrible.
yeah.
Oh, I hate the dentist.
Do you have a game for us, Amber?
I do.
Yeah.
On that note,
I couldn't think of anything better to play on a desert island movie rather than Would You Rather.
yep.
So that is the obvious choice, and I
Good
just
choice.
leaned into it because that's
Amazing.
what we've got.
How's it work?
I'm going to read the question, and you guys get to argue for your right answer.
Perfect.
I love arguing with Thad.
That's going to be everybody's entertainment for this episode.
That's fine.
is Amber and Thad get to argue for
See,
the right answer.
now
I
I have
don't love
to
arguing with
deny
that.
my inner 9 that says peace and harmony, right?
Fight,
And
fight,
I
fight.
have to, like, ramp myself up to say controversial things that
Okay.
are going to make us disagree.
Yes.
So, okay.
Well, we could agree
So say
on
you're,
some of them.
You're
The rule
allowed-
is we have to pick a
you are
side,
allowed
right?
to disagree, but you have to pick one
I
or
have
the
to
other.
pick a side. Okay.
Just pick what you want.
Yeah. See, I want
I
what
was gonna
other
say.
people want.
Just pick what I want.
Nines do
We-
not
we
want
don't-
for
we don't want.
themselves.
Okay. We want for nothing. Okay.
We want to not be put on the spot.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
Whatever Amber's good with, I'm good with it.
I'll go first. I think this will be fun for me.
Would you rather be stranded on a desert island or
That.
at the top of a mountain?
I'm
We're
stranded.
stranded on both places, though.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to clarify.
You're stuck somewhere.
Am I alone?
I
Sounds
think that's
like
the
it.
implication,
Okay,
probably.
I'm alone on a desert island or I'm alone on the top of a mountain.
Give me the island.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there was plant life. There was an ocean. He couldn't drink it. But top of a mountain, like, people die by freezing to death or suffocating. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's because it's cold.
It's cold. It's
I was just
windy.
thinking
You
like
could
a nice
fall
little
off.
rock mountain.
Oh no, I was thinking like Everest, Kilimanjaro.
Places you actually get
yeah.
stuck.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take the island.
I was leaning mountain, but I don't want to. No, I'd be too scared up there. I'm gonna go island. There might be spiders there though, and that's my immediate fear.
On the
Maybe.
island.
I don't know.
Spiders both places.
That's one thing.
Hate
In this
to tell
movie,
you that.
I was
No
expecting a
spiders.
snake the whole time,
I was
and
gonna
he
say,
never saw a
he
snake.
did not find any
Uh-uh. Crabs.
animals or insects or,
Or-
crabs and
No
fish.
bats, right?
Yeah, I was really expecting bats in that cave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just they weren't.
Yeah.
They
Or
never
even-
got there.
Even when he had like cuts, like I was like, those are gonna get infected and full of maggots. That's what I thought.
It was all
Yeah.
salt water. It was
Yeah,
Completely sterile.
Yep.
Anyway, island.
So if you're going to get stranded, would you rather go down in an airplane or a shipwreck?
Shipwreck. Airplane's my worst nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, the airplane is so much more violent. Like boats just kind of sink, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they go up and they snap in half, but like hitting the water.
The Titanic, it just sank.
Yeah.
I feel like in a
No
plane
trauma
crash, you
there.
kind of get both. You get to fall from the sky
That's-
and you're plunged into the water.
Yeah, I don't
so-
want to
Oh.
fall from the sky. The scene where he's sitting on the plane, like flying back home, like with just ice in his
Yes.
glass.
Yeah.
That had to be people in plane crashes. How could they ever fly
Yeah.
again?
Right?
I would never get on an airplane again.
If I would, I'd be like, I need all the Dramamine in the world.
Put
And I'm
me
going to sleep the whole time.
Yeah, give me the boat.
Would you rather have no food or no fresh water?
No food. What? How long?
What?
No fresh water. You have like 3 days, right?
Yeah.
No food though. Like you can do pretty well for about a month. It would be painful,
Well,
but
okay, we're on the island, right? Because we chose island. We're not on the mountain.
right.
There's coconuts. He was eating coconuts most of the movie.
Like
you
no
ever-
food, no food in general. Like, are you saying we are going to
Yeah.
starve to death or die of dehydration?
Probably this is, you can have one of them with you. Do you
Oh,
have
okay.
food with you or do you have fresh water with you?
Fresh water.
But
What-
then it
what
rains.
kind of food? What kind
but
of
then
food?
it rains and you get water anyway.
What kind of food?
Yeah,
It
see, I'm
does-
leaning
it does
towards
not
food.
specify.
Because could I have like Jello? Like
Can I have Jello?
something that's very water
With
dense?
whip
Would
on
you
top.
do?
Like what if I just have steak for a month? Like a steak is a lot of water. But if I had like saltines, that's a very different food.
That's, yeah.
I don't know. What's the goal?
I'm thinking I would rather have
live?
food.
The goal is to live and I can have food or water, but I got to pick the food. It can be whatever food I want.
I don't know. It just says
I don't know.
food or water.
I'm okay.
Would you
Okay,
rather
but
have
okay.
sustenance
If
or
I have
fresh water?
unlimited watermelon, I can live a long time.
That's water
That's
and that's
probably
food.
true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a whole movie about a guy who eats potatoes on Mars for years.
So
Yeah, yeah.
Thad is saying yes and.
Yes, if I can pick the food.
Okay.
I was gonna say yes to food no matter if I can pick it or not because it's gonna be raining. Fresh water.
So you have a better chance of collecting water
Yes,
than you
collect
do
the
of
water.
collecting food.
Correct.
Come.
That's what
All
I'm
right.
thinking.
Why
So
would
if
you?
I-
Why would you? What kind of question is that? Okay.
Would you rather have a lighter but no extra fuel, so you're limited to what's in your lighter,
Okay.
or a box of matches that only work once?
The box only works once, or each match?
Each match only works
How many
once.
matches are there?
I mean, picture like a normal little.
500 matches.
Here's-
No, you're not getting the Costco size.
A Costco pallet full of
A
matches.
pallet
I'm
full of
picturing
matches.
you get like the little,
Like a
The
match-
little one.
a
the
book,
little
a
box.
book of
Yeah,
matches,
Yeah,
or a lighter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Go ahead.
I don't know because
I'm
I'm terrible
okay.
at both.
I'm gonna go lighter because the matches sometimes you pull them out and they don't strike.
Yeah.
So that one's just. Or how many times have I like tried to light something and I like lit it and then it didn't catch the thing?
Yeah.
But a lighter you can just kind of hold it there. So
Yeah.
give me the
Yeah, but
lighter.
the longer you hold it, the more fuel you use up.
But
Also, if the matches get wet though, then
yeah.
and we're planning on it raining so we can have water.
correct.
I agree
Once
with the
he got
lighter.
his fire going, he just kind of kept it going. So
Well,
if
he
you
knew
can
how to
do
make it,
that,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I have to go the lighter because I'm just not good at matches.
Yeah. I think I agree. So much could happen to a match. Would you rather have unlimited coconuts or unlimited fish on this island?
Go Amber.
I'm leaning towards coconuts because that's something to drink, right? There's coconut milk in there and you can eat the flesh of the coconut. But I would get so bored.
Have you ever had coconut water, like straight from a coconut?
No. Is it milk or water?
They call it both.
Because I've heard both as well.
It is not good.
Really?
Oh, it's not good.
No. I have a very funny picture of myself and my best friend on a tropical vacation taking our first sip out of our coconuts that they just cracked open and put a straw in for us, making the worst face ever on the planet.
Is it like bitter?
It is really bitter.
Oh. In my mind, it's awesome.
Yeah, you think like pina colada kind of
Yeah.
flavor.
Okay.
No, it's like, yeah,
Then perchance
kinda
I would want
weird
the
and-
fish.
flavorless.
Okay, unlimited fish.
But can you cook it? Do you like raw fish?
Do you need to cook it?
We have fire. We have,
We have a
You
matchstick.
have fire.
yeah.
There you go.
I don't know if I could eat it raw.
Yeah,
I mean,
fish.
in 4 years you get to the point where you could eat it raw, but
Yeah, fish all the way for me. It's not even close.
Not even close.
I'm going to pick the coconuts. Gotta stay hydrated.
We talked about how there wasn't much on his island, but would you rather deal with the animals or the insects on the island?
Neither.
Oof. Okay. I gotta think. Like, would I rather wake up in the middle of the night with a mosquito biting my cheek? Or would I rather wake up and have a snake next to me hanging out? The bugs would be annoying, but I've never like ran screaming away from a mosquito.
That's good.
So like are spiders considered insects
Yeah,
in this?
see,
Yes,
They are?
I think so.
Okay, I'm picking the animals all the way. Listen here.
Okay.
Animals are larger
You can
and
kill
you can
them.
combat them and you can keep them away from you.
You can see them coming.
Bugs
Yeah, I can
are
build
just
a
gonna
barrier.
follow me
Yeah.
around and I can't get away from them.
Right.
Also, insects include spiders. I'm not having that.
Yeah. Okay. So the spider thing is what tips me. I will go animals.
Yeah. Like if I know, oh, there's
Bats. Big deal.
bats.
Yep.
Yeah. What if there's like, I don't know, what's on islands? The
Slugs.
fusa.
Snakes would be
The
a
fusa.
thing.
What do you think on that one?
What do I think on that one? I think I'm probably in the camp of it's easier to keep the animals away than the bugs.
Sure.
Yeah.
I do not love snakes.
Right.
So that would be a difficult thing for me.
Oh.
And I'm generally not too freaked out by bugs, but yeah, you can't get away from them.
Yeah.
So
I guess at some point I'm like, maybe I'm optimistic. Like, what if the island's just full of like llamas, right? Like,
That'd be epic.
monkeys.
like there's all these things around that maybe you could eat, right?
Yeah.
Llamas.
Yeah, what?
Llamas.
You're gonna slaughter llamas?
Just a bunch of mountain goats on this
Just to be-
tropical island.
Fluffy.
That'd be
I mean,
sick.
we instantly think of all the animals we wouldn't want to encounter, but what are the
Yeah.
animals we would want to encounter,
Like,
right?
you go to-
Lemurs.
Madagascar and there's all the lemurs
Yep.
or something like
Yeah.
that.
San Diego.
Yeah. He sees a whale. That's pretty cool.
I thought he was gonna get chomped by a shark that whole time.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when there was blood in the water, I
Yep.
was like, oh, there's a shark coming.
Uh-huh.
Would you rather lose track of time or know exactly how long you've been stuck?
Lose track.
I think I'd rather know how long I've been there. Because I had that thought, I'm like, he is smart enough to be like counting how long he's been there and know what month it is. And I would have not been paying attention to that. And I would have been there for a month and been like, I don't know how long I've been here. And then I'd have an existential crisis. And then I'd freak out. So I'd rather know how long
Wait,
it's
the
been.
crisis would be over you not knowing the date.
I wouldn't know what day, because like that's how he judged what the tides were doing.
Uh-huh. Watching the winds and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I can tell people how long I've been gone. Well, they would know. They would know the day the plane went down.
Right.
Never mind.
I've always wondered, like, you see so often in movies where they're stranded like this, or in prison movies or
Uh-huh.
things like that, that they're making the tally marks and counting on the wall.
Mhm.
If there's something natural, like in the human psyche, like I just need to track
Yeah.
the day or the time or the something, or everything just turns to mush.
Right.
I don't know.
I think it'd be more peaceful not knowing how long you've been there. But even like when he was making that rope, he's like, I have so many days to do this. This is how many feet I need to make each day before the tide switches.
I don't have enough time.
Yeah.
Would you rather leave your island and risk everything, or stay where you are because you know how to survive?
That's the question.
See, that's the toughest thing you've said to me ever. Okay, because here's the thing, right? You stay on the island. You've got a pretty good routine there, right? You've kind of know how things work. It's been 4 years. So you could probably stay there. You're never probably ever going to get rescued, though. They're done looking for him. They quit the search. They didn't even go close to his island for the search. But then if you leave and no one finds you, you die of dehydration on a raft in the sun.
In the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Possibly already been chomped by a shark. But you know you tried.
You don't know what to say on that one, do you, Thad?
No, it's hard, right?
It
That's what he
is,
wrestles
yeah.
with for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he attempts escape once, and it goes horribly.
Terribly.
Yeah.
So then
Well,
he
he
waits
wasn't prepared.
3 years to do it again.
Yeah. 3
And
years is a long time when you're sitting there by yourself.
and that's the thing. He does learn to survive, but he goes insane. And is it better to survive in that state, or to die trying to get out?
I think it's better to die trying.
Okay.
I would probably, if I had his skills, I'd probably try to leave. I highly doubt I would have developed those skills, though.
You'd have to. What's your other
Or
option?
you'd be dead.
Yeah.
I think I would be dead.
I think I maybe would be
just
too.
die. Oh, no, you wouldn't.
I mean, maybe not for
No
lack of
way.
trying, but for lack of skill. I might
Unless I have
just
spite. That
not
keeps me
make it.
going for a while, but
spite.
His resolve to learn how to hunt and fish and build
Mhm.
fires and like create habitat and
mhm.
collect water. Like, he wasn't a Boy Scout.
No.
He was an operations manager for FedEx.
Yes.
Right?
He
Like-
became the Boy Scout, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he, as far as we know, he didn't have much training, but he had to know something.
Yeah.
It had to come from somewhere. You're not
Yep.
born with those skills.
Right.
And he figured it out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love how he's doing the like
operations
the
managers are
calculus
really
on the cave wall
resourceful.
Yeah.
to figure out
Keeping up with
exactly what he
math
needs.
skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to like when he realizes that the search radius could be the size of Texas and they
Mhm.
wouldn't find him.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
All right, last one. Would you rather have hope of rescue but no sign of it, or know for sure no one is coming?
Hope for
Yeah.
sure.
Hope of rescue.
That's what rebellions are built on. That joke's for you, Ethan. I miss you.
Hope is the only thing stronger than fear.
Yeah.
Quote the Hunger
I
Games.
think hope is the
I haven't
thing that
seen that
keeps
one.
you going,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
That's the whole.
Yeah, he wouldn't have left the island if he didn't have any.
Yeah.
Yeah, if no one's coming to get me, I'm not even bothering getting off that island.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll just hang out with Wilson.
Well, there you go.
One of the more depressing games we've played, but
Yep.
still a game nonetheless.
That's what
Who
I'm here
won?
for.
It was fun, though.
It was.
When you've got a really existential movie, it's hard not to have an existential game to go along with it.
True. True. Okay, thanks for the game.
Yeah.
Let's talk about estate planning.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, it's weird to think this film where nobody dies
Except Wilson.
and they have no possessions could possibly be about estate planning. Yet it comes up over and over and over.
Yeah.
So who wants to start?
Well, we talked about on the Thursday Murder Club episode when someone is officially like considered missing versus
Uh-huh.
gone if you can't find a body, and then what do you do with those assets,
Uh-huh.
or like any estate planning that they've done before they went missing.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I thought about a little bit too.
For sure. At one point they say, Chuck, we had your funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a casket.
He goes, why did you have a casket?
Yeah.
So we could put stuff in it.
They
I
just
put a
buried
CD
stuff.
in it. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Okay, good one. So
Yeah.
yes, there was no death.
They put a cell phone and a pager in it. That made me sad. Anyway.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So not a death, but a legal death.
The story every movie tells is a legacy story,
Mhm.
right? Like, this guy is your typical. There were so many characters in 90s movies that were so focused on the rat race. He's watching the clock and every second matters and like in the moment, and then he's on this island and everything stops,
Yeah.
right? Every movie is a call to think about more than what is happening right at this moment.
Mhm.
Think about the future. Think about what you want people to say about you when they're choosing what to put in your casket. If the best thing they can come up with is a cell phone and a pager, that's maybe not the legacy you want to leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a character in a story that was and is repeated in a lot of these 90s movies. You're so focused on now and the rat race and the earning money and the time and they got to hit my quotas that you're missing everything that's important.
Mm-hmm.
And that estate planning idea of when you get to the end of everything, you got to focus on what's important and what actually matters to you to leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely present here.
For sure.
Again.
So we have legacy. We have probate in a sense, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
As far as dividing the assets, we talked about the car earlier.
Yeah.
Right? Agency. Talked about somebody else making our decisions for us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How does Wilson fit into the estate plan? Everything Chuck does is not solely for Wilson's benefit, but he has a spot on the raft for him with a seatbelt.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why Wilson's a character.
Yeah.
I mean, legally, they're never going to take Wilson into account as a person,
Of course not.
right?
Right.
There's no way. But as far as
Yeah.
how Chuck would respond to
Yeah.
Wilson, I would have liked to see an alternate ending where Wilson makes it with him and he's taking Wilson to all of these events
Did you see
at the
in
end
his,
and that sort of thing.
in his Jeep, he buys a new volleyball?
Yeah.
Another Wilson.
We said earlier that Chuck delivers a package at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Says this package kept me alive. Thank you, right? Part of being a trustee is the idea that somebody's entrusting you with their possession to make sure it gets to the right place at the right
that's a
time.
good one.
Right? So in some way, Chuck, even though he goes through this whole journey, is still a trustee with a package for somebody else's benefit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
Interesting.
Anything
I don't
else?
know.
Yeah.
This isn't estate planning stuff, but I did think when they were doing the press conference and welcoming him back, there's got to be some, not a small amount of legal liability stuff
Oh, yeah.
with the FedEx company and with
Sure.
like, oh, we gave up looking for you. Now this guy is back alive and we better make a big deal out of him because he could sue the pants off of us.
Uh-huh.
Right?
As he should.
There's got to be, and from a monetary sense, when we talk about dealing with your finances,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have to work for the rest of his life if he doesn't want to.
As they are all leaving the party, right? All the people are walking
Yeah.
out the door, hugging him and stuff. One of the guys goes, "Hey, we have our meeting with the lawyers in the morning.
Yep.
Make sure you're at that, right?"
Yep.
So yeah, there's clearly this sense of his estate is going to be taken care of
Right.
forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. Anything else? We could wrap that up.
I think that's probably.
I just miss Wilson.
Miss Wilson. Okay. Who wants to start with our ratings?
Oh.
All right, Amber.
Do you
While
have it?
Amber's looking that up, go ahead.
Okay.
Walk me through it.
I know why this is a classic, but this was not my favorite
It's okay.
movie. I think if I had really connected with Chuck, some of the things would have been funnier, but I did not really laugh a lot in this movie, so I'm going to give that one a 1.
Okay.
There were some really emotionally difficult, like just some of that sort of thing, so I'll give that a 2 for cry.
Okay.
there's more to unpack here than I like. Watching the movie, I wasn't thinking a whole lot, but it leaves you thinking. So I'll give it a 2 for think.
Okay.
Also, it's like I didn't feel really great watching it, so it's not like some of them. It's like I want to keep talking about this movie.
Yeah.
But there's a lot here, and I think we could keep talking about it for quite a while. I probably would not choose to watch it again.
That's okay.
So
5.
There's my 5.
There's your 5. Amber, go ahead.
All right. Laugh, I'm going to say 2.
Okay.
I laughed a lot when he made his fire, and
Sure.
he was really celebrating that. I laughed when he was meeting with Kelly, and he's like in the kitchen with her, and then he says something like, so I got to get this sorted out, or something like that.
It's a football team in Tennessee, and it's in Nashville.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she thinks it was going to be like this big, deep
Let me get one thing
conversation.
straight.
Yes, that's what he says. Cry 3. Sobbed.
Wait, what was the laugh?
Laugh is 2.
2. Okay.
Cry is 3. I sobbed. I started crying when Wilson drifted away, and then I kept crying through most of the ending of the movie.
Okay.
Because I just I really
Kelly
connected
stuff
to Chuck and Kelly. Yeah. Think is a 3.
Okay.
There's a lot to unpack here,
Okay.
and like Amber said, it leaves you thinking. I would watch it again.
Great. That's a 9.
Yeah,
Wow.
I would watch it again. I would tell other people to go watch it.
Awesome. This rating has kept me up for 2 days. We watched the movie on Wednesday night, and into Thursday morning, because we were going to break it up and just an hour at a time. And then Tristan and I just stayed up until 1, which we never do.
Yeah, that's
Watching a
late.
movie.
Yeah, that's a big deal for you.
It's crazy for us. We couldn't stop watching it, right?
Yeah.
During the movie, I've said a lot on the podcast that I need something to contrast with heavy moments. And in the movie, there were not lots of times where I was laughing out loud, right? But it's the contrast that kept me watching it, because Chuck's character was so relatable. So you brought up my favorite line in the movie, which is he's sitting in the kitchen with his now estranged, not ex-wife, but ex-fiance, kind of, right? And the first thing he asks about is the football team. And that is so funny to me, because it breaks the tension with a sledgehammer, right?
Yeah.
He draws Kelly's picture on the wall of the cave and looks at Wilson and says, she's much prettier in real life.
Yeah.
The comments to Wilson, he turns around as the fire's burning and says, are you up? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
These lines to me in a really intense drama-filled movie are funnier and funnier the longer I think about them, right? So I think I have to go 3 on laugh.
Okay.
Cry. The volleyball floats away is the statement of fact. But the emotional connection you feel in that moment, right? The trying to get off the island and can't. The bout with depression where he attempts suicide, but he doesn't really attempt it. He tests it, right? Those are hard topics. So that's a 3 for cry. And think as well. Even the would you rather stuff. Like, if I was in this situation, what would I do? Right? This movie's a 10 for me. Right?
Wow.
It's one of 3 10s so far. But I think it's phenomenal. So yeah, give me a 10 on this one.
Nice.
I do wonder what Ethan would say though.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
We'll never know.
We'll never
talked me into being more connected with it if we were watching it together. I don't know.
That's the fun part.
But yeah.
Cool. All right. What's next week? Do you
I
remember
would
off the
have
top
to
of your
look.
head?
Was it the Lincoln
It
Lawyer?
might be the Lincoln Lawyer.
I've never seen it. That'll be fun.
Never
Yeah.
seen
Maybe.
it either.
I don't know. Maybe it's fun.
I mean, it's a good lawyer drama.
Okay.
I remember that. I know I've seen it, but
Cool.
it's been a while.
All right. Any final thoughts on this one?
Just Miss Wilson, man.
Just poor Wilson.
Good movie though.
R.I.P.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Listening.
Thanks for listening to 82 Toothpicks, a podcast from the Heisinger Law Firm. This episode featured your hosts, Ethan, Thad, and the Ambers, breaking down today's movie and the estate planning lessons hiding inside it. If you enjoyed the show, check out my It's Not Too Late book series for practical insights on protecting your family and your legacy. You can also visit heisingalaw.com for more resources and past episodes of the podcast. Be sure to follow the show wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And remember, every movie is an estate planning movie.